afternoon. It's good afternoon now. Welcome to the Tuesday Chew on Thursday. I think it's our first Tuesday Chew on Thursday. Here we go. I've got to just here we go. Let's see if this will get back in your
Yeah, quite.
box.
I mean, listen, he had great lyrics, but he sang like a wasp trapped in a bottle.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I mean, Christmas has just gone. I think he did one of the best Christmas songs. I love that. His Christmas one. Anyway,
Yeah.
why are we doing the big news on the Tuesday Chew on Thursday? And the times they are a changing.
Yeah.
So Matthew, you're looking a bit smug. Why are you looking smug?
Well, apart from the fact it's my default expression. I mean, some people have
Off
like an
default.
RDF. I've got an RSF. It's a resting smug face. I can't help it. It's just my standard default, mate. I can't help it.
So what's going on, mate?
All honesty, the reason why I guess you're picking up on waves of smugness from me is things are changing, and that is that I've been offered a job. I've been offered a job, and I'm going to leave Sandler, and I'm leaving you.
Who would? I mean, who would have? I mean, why? Why? This job, it's a great job, and I remember the conversation we had at the time, and I think it was, if you don't take it, I'm going to fire you. So you've got no
Yeah,
option.
that which
Uh,
I have to say I thanked you for, because it's not an easy conversation when you and I work together very, very closely. We are business partners and also friends, so it was not an easy conversation from my side. You made it a lot easier, I have to say, with the way you took it. You said, well, listen, if you don't take this, then frankly, I'll sack you. So you have to take it because you'd be bloody mad. So, yeah, no, I did appreciate that. It was very kind of you. But yes, it's one of those things, isn't it? I mean, the way we work and the way that you and I have always worked is we work very closely with our clients. And you tend to be in the trenches with people, working shoulder to shoulder based on helping them to grow their businesses, grow their practices, not just from a sales side, but also from the operational side, from process side, from management, leadership, and all the other things that we do. And, after a while, occasionally somebody looks at you and says, would you like to come and work for us rather than just with us? And usually those things are very flattering, but they're opportunities which we say, thank you very much, but I'm very happy doing what I'm doing, because I love coaching and training. It's a phenomenal part of what I do. But this opportunity was just, I feel like The Godfather. They made me an offer I couldn't refuse. It was one of those things.
you had two of them. You had one from me as well. If you don't go, I'll fire you.
Yeah, quite. It's a double whammy in that regard, isn't it? So there you go. But yeah, I get to.
So I mean, look? I mean, you're a sales trainer. I just, why would anyone offer you stuff like that?
Oh, bless you. Yeah, no, obviously, you're slightly leading there. We do an awful lot more than sales training, obviously. And sales is, well, as I've always called it, sales is a euphemism for growth, isn't it? And growth is a euphemism for sales. You can't have one without the other. And growth is really the key aspiration. And very often, a lot of the challenges in sales or in growth actually are really looking at the problem from the wrong end. A lot of the challenges, actually, when you really get inside them, are from a management or a leadership point of view, or a structural or a cultural point of view, even. And fundamentally, in order to be able to address the symptoms, which is the lack of growth, you have to really be able to get inside the whole engine of this thing and to be able to really put it together. And that's how you and I have always worked. So I know you're being slightly facetious with your question.
Yeah, I mean, with this client, you've been working with a client, and but you have been doing a lot more. I mean, there's been quite a lot we've been doing together with this organization,
Oh yes.
and and it goes from everything from hiring, recruitment, growth, business structure, coaching. What else you been getting up to there?
Yeah, a lot of coaching, and coaching very often is the difference that makes the difference for these things. Because as we know, in Sandler, we always say that to be successful at anything, you have to not just have the technical competency. It's not just about techniques and skills. It's about building those things into a cadence of process-driven habits and behaviors. And a lot of the key to unlocking that is actually the mindset. It's about the attitude. It's about how we show up. It's just about all the stuff that goes on between our ears. Our biggest asset, and sometimes also our biggest liability, is that 1.2 kilos of computational jelly that sits between our ears. So really it's about managing an awful lot of that. And so working with leaders, business people, professionals who want to grow their practices, grow their businesses, is a critical part of that. And really, you have to be able to address all of those things. So it's quite a nuanced way of working. And
Mm.
yeah, as I say, it's a real privilege to be involved in things like that. And I get to carry on doing that in this new role, but also get to do an awful lot of other things as well, operationally, which means that instead of simply having influence over things, I can actually get in and really have some control and some direct control over things, which is a really powerful place to be.
So I mean, I guess we just sort of totted up the time. I mean, taking back right to where we started, which was about 18 months ago in a very cold, miserable staff's chambers meeting where the oatcakes were lovely, the tea was nice. I didn't want to be there because it was cold and miserable, but I turned up anyway, and that's where we first met. I mean, you just come out of corporate world, and I remember you got a face like a smacked arse about it at the time, and you went into self employment, and now you're going back into corporate world. What makes you think? I mean, why are you even doing that?
That was a great question. I mean, I think you said 18 months ago. I think you're thinking of the 18 months that I was your client before we
Sorry,
started
18 months.
working
Right.
together. Yeah, yeah. So it's actually coming up on 5.5 years we've been together.
Wow.
So yeah. Sorry, I know time.
Marriages haven't lasted that long.
No, I know. Well, there you go. Time flies when you're miserable, right? I'm sure I've made you miserable over the years, but anyway, there you go. But yeah, you're right. I mean, look, when was it? 2017, I guess. So I sort of left the world of the corporate, and my aspiration was to become fundamentally unemployable, and I think I achieved it. But in this particular instance, when I've been working with this client for 2 years, and actually the owner of the business I've known for the best part of 20 years, so he knows me really well. I know them really well, and him really well, and indeed his business partner really well. So I think there's a sort of mutuality of understanding there, which is very different to what you would get if you're going into any other corporate role. I also think this is the least corporate gig there is, because they are quirky. They do have the right culture. They have my culture, and they're very values led, which, as you know, is critical for me. It's about
Yeah.
doing things with a purpose, and I think any business that is founded on true purpose, true values, recognizing that actually having moral purpose and making profit are not mutually exclusive. That's a key driver for me. So there you go. That's the answer in a nutshell.
Yeah, no, that's fabulous. So what's happened over the last 5.5 years now, and what sort of skills that you've gained are you taking to this big fantastic job? I mean, you're going to get on a plane, aren't you? As well, they're going to have you traveling around.
Yeah, yeah, and fortunately, because of the world we live in, and actually the way that one of the practical upshots of the pandemic, and maybe one of the slightly more positive ones, is that everybody is slightly more comfortable with Teams and Zoom and even restreams like we're doing right now, than maybe they were before the pandemic. So hopefully a bit less kind of carbon footprint that might otherwise have been generated. But yeah, certainly there are going to be a lot of jetting around the world and working with people in different environments and different territories and things. So there's a lot of that. So yeah, I guess to your question of how did we even start getting together and what have we learned over the course of the last 5.5 years that's helped to drive this. I guess I mean, the business I'd run previously, I gained an awful lot of skills. I gained an awful lot of experience. I gained some war stories, got some scar tissue, learned an awful lot more from failures than I ever learned from successes, all of those things. But what's really helped with Sandler is, well, I mean, I remember when I first became a client of yours, and I think I said to you at the time, if I'd known this stuff 20 years ago, my great career would have been a stratospheric career, because the quality of the Sandler materials is, I genuinely believe, second to none in the marketplace. If you want sales training materials, if you want management training materials, you want leadership training materials, there is nothing better in this market, guaranteed. And it's been something which will inform everything that I do from now on, and has informed everything that I've done across the last 5.5 years. I mean, look, we had a year before last where we had 322% growth year on year. And that's just simply because we did what we teach. If you do what we teach and we teach what we do, you can't go wrong with it. It is, if you've got the conviction in doing what you do, it's absolutely phenomenal. It's world class. So, I don't doubt for a second that some of the gravitas and presence that comes from the stuff that we teach has definitely helped to inform, well, the fact that I'm now doing this.
It's a wonderful opportunity, and in a way, it takes me back to, it's a similar sort of role to what I was doing, and it was massive fun.
Yeah,
And you've got the benefit of not spending your entire life in an aluminium tube. Um, yeah, and I think that's the good thing, and I know you can bring great value to your new organisation, like you did to us, and fun as well. And really, I think we've said what needs to be said. I actually very excited about Matthew's new opportunity. I think it's a great career move, and I'm delighted for him. And it's been a good few years. I mean, I've now got to replace him with something which is going to look completely different than Matthew, maybe. Um, but so I am keeping an eye out for a new associate. Tell me, for a new associate, what would you say if someone's feeling a bit entrepreneurial, looking to do something, develop themselves, which might even lead to a fantastic new career
who
like
knows?
you've got? What would you say to them?
What would I say to them? I think I'd say to them exactly what you said to me when we first started, because a key part of what we do is being very clear up front, so there's no mutual mystification. Sound rule number 3, isn't it? No mutual mystification. So basically, it is a very simple thing of, this is a tough gig. It's a tough gig. There's no getting away from it. If you don't have that entrepreneurial mindset, if you don't have the growth mindset of, we can always be trying to move things forward, a bit of restless momentum, constantly looking for the next opportunity, constantly thinking about how we can get around these things and how we can get through these things, and seeing where opportunities are, it's probably not going to be for you. But if that sort of thing excites you, if it's the sort of thing where actually having a degree of agency and degree of control in your own life, but also being supported by the best materials in the world, from one of the biggest organizations of its type in the world, if not the biggest organization of its type in the world. Sandler is one of the biggest brands in the world you've never heard of, if you know what I mean. It is absolutely sensational. It's a great place for you to go and learn, develop. Your personal development will go off the charts, because it's very behaviors led. It's very much about sharpening the saw all the time. I mean, my personal view of life has always been, a day without a lesson learned is a day wasted. But I have never had in my working career lessons learned on a daily basis like I've had in the last 5.5 years.
It's been great. I appreciate the work you've done in my business, and how you've contributed to the local economy by helping people get better, helping people understand what's going on out there. It's been and that's where we started, right? It's the mission was, the local economy, the local business arena is going to be better because we were there.
Yes.
And you've worked tirelessly for that. I think it's unlikely whether I'll ever find anyone who works as hard as you. It's like the Sandler equivalent of a Duracell bunny. Um, and I can only thank you for your efforts, and really, you go with my blessings and my full enthusiasm, and we're going to see you on the Tuesday Chew again, aren't we? Some stage.
Oh, absolutely. If you'll have me back, yeah, definitely. I'll sort of bring sort of tales from the big wide world and all the sort of corporate challenges, and you can tell me live on air where I'm going wrong and how I can put it all right.
Or where you're going right and what you can teach me. So we're getting to the end. We only wanted 15 minutes of this, but hey, Matthew, really appreciate it. Glad I didn't have to fire you. Um, and and you took the job. Um, and for the rest of you out there, if you know anyone who is looking to be a bit entrepreneurial, wanting to learn some new stuff, which might actually lead them into a fabulous new career, both with me and after, um, uh, I'd love to speak to you. Matthew, some words, because I know there's a few comments here. Let me just bring up a few of the comments here. We've got all the afternoons. We've got David Bowie mentioned. There we go. There's a comment from Danny. There we go.
Oh, oh, bless you, Danny. Thank you for that. That's very good. I've got the no. Yeah. Okay. Got it. Thank you.
That's good. What have we got here? We've got Ken, one of your first foundations guy.
There
Not
you
Ken, Len.
go. Len, how you doing? Yeah, very good. Oh, thank you for that, Len. Much appreciated. Very nice of you.
Bless you, Len.
There you go.
And then we've got Carly. There we go. Something from Carly.
Ah, bless you, Carly. Thank you very much indeed. Very kind
Uh,
of you. Nice comments.
there we go, David.
Oh,
Uh,
David. Yeah, lovely. Thank you.
look at that. Another one. There we go. There's, let's see, is this one
It's nice and
from
Mark.
Mark,
Thank you, Mark. Much appreciated.
a regular
Yeah.
Tuesday chewers.
Yes.
We've got Eddie. Eddie's been on. Look at that. He's getting all emotional.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, he's totes emotion.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you for
we've
that.
got
That's very kind.
continue to do these chats. Yeah, I got to work out. You might like to come on, Mark, and share some of your wisdom.
Yeah.
There we go. We got. Let's see. We got. Oh, there we go. Let's click on this one. See, does the gaining of a desk? Yes, absolutely.
My desk is in my home office, so no, because otherwise that means I'm gaining a squatter. So just, but
There
thank
we
you.
go. There we go. Danny, superb. Thank you very much, Danny. See, we got another comment from, I think I've got through them already. We send the
There
CV to
you go. Yeah.
roy.johnson@sandler.com. But on the other hand, it might mean Matthew's new email address, and I'm sure it'll be updated very soon on his LinkedIn profile. Keep an eye,
Yes.
and
On
keep
that
an eye on
subject,
that.
that'll be formally announced on the 1st of February, because the change is imminent. But at the same time, it would be wrong of me to start announcing who it is I'm going to until I think it's only appropriate they get to manage that narrative, shall we say? So,
Indeed. And there's Eddie. Eddie, here we go. I can share how not to do it. Excellent. Well,
hey,
that's
listen,
always a lesson learned as well, Eddie.
yeah, absolutely, yeah. Like I say,
Um,
we learn more from failure than we do from success, as I said.
yes, yes, we do. We're getting together in the next week or so
Yeah,
and doing another video. We might have chance for another Tuesday chew on another day
that'd be nice.
before we go. But otherwise, I'm sure everybody is wishing you luck. Most popular guy in business around the area. I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss the daily chats that we had.
Yeah.
But it's going to be awesome, and we're going to go out for a beer soon.
Oh
That's
yes.
what
But yeah, maybe even a curry. Who knows?
we love a curry.
Do
And
you like
there's lots of Pink Floyd tribute bands out there still to watch.
Absolutely.
So we're done. We've overrun a little bit. Thank you everyone for watching. Matthew, last word to you, my friend.
Last word, I can only finish by saying thank you so much for everything. I mean, fundamentally, and don't want to sort of make you tear up, because I know that's not your thing, but this has been a life-changing thing for me. No joking apart. I mean, ultimately, those sliding doors moments you have in your life, and that's cold, wet, horrible October Monday morning, 7:30 in the morning at the Staffordshire Chambers of Commerce networking event, when you looked up at me and went, "Huh, so what do you do then?" Because I was within 3 feet of you, because that's the rule. If you're within 3 feet of somebody, ask them what they do. That's the 3 foot rule from Sandler. You followed the rule, you followed the behaviors, and life has never been the same again. You introduced me to networking groups. You introduced me to local networking, the local business community, and to Sandler, all within the space of about a week. Yeah, the last 5.5 years wouldn't have looked the same without you, and neither would have my life. So thank you for that.
It's been a privilege, and we all wish you the best of luck. I'll just press this out as we go. Here we go. Let's see if this works.
There
See
you go.
everyone. Bye
That's
bye. Take care. We're going to end the stream now, and I'm going to have a quiet weep. Take care.